Hello, I'm Ron Wirtz, editor of the Fed-Gazette. With another crop of college students about to graduate, many are wary of what rising student loan debt will mean given a soft job market. If recent trends are any indicator, it seems the answer is pretty clear. More students are likely to default on their student loans. The Fed-Gazette analyzed student loan default rates for graduates through the class of 2009 at more than 250 public and private higher education institutions in 9th District states. We found that default rates rose significantly since the recession. Rates rose across the board for all types of schools, but particularly for public two-year and for-profit schools. With only minor exceptions, statewide default rates also increased. South Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin all saw steep increases for their respective class of 2009. Compared to the nation, however, default rates in the district are generally and significantly lower than their national peers. That's particularly the case with proprietary or for-profit schools. There are many factors that influence defaults. For example, more students are taking out loans and total debt levels have been rising. But no factor is more important than graduates struggling to find jobs. An annual survey of graduates by the Minnesota System of Colleges and Universities shows that graduates have had a tough time landing a job in their field of study since the onset of the recession. Adding insult to a tough job search are stagnant wages for newly minted graduates fortunate to even find a job. At Wisconsin's 16 public technical colleges, median wages for 2009 grads in the workplace had actually fallen slightly compared with 2007 graduates. So students are facing the trifecta of debt woes. They are taking out more loans and having higher debt, they're having difficulty getting jobs, and even for those finding jobs, starting wages are not keeping pace with debt. The final kicker is that official default measures likely underestimate actual default rates. The matter is complicated and discussed at length in nearby articles, but suffice to say that Congress was convinced enough to lengthen the window used to measure default rates from a 2-year to a 3-year window. Initial estimates made this year show rates are due to rise steeply because of this wider tracking window. The outlook on defaults is uncertain because different factors could influence their movement in either direction. But most believe that faster job growth is the best cure. But rising wages, along with better financial literacy regarding education debt, are also keys to bringing down default rates. For much more on this topic, see the 2 nearby articles in the April issue of the Fed-Gazette. Thanks for watching, and follow me on Twitter @RonWirtz.